A very good morning to you. It is 20 minutes past the hour and welcome to today's news. My name is Peter Mwambura.
I'm Serena Dukan.
And we're going to kick things off with the Butere Girls Play controversy. Now, the Butere Girls 43-minute high school play was reportedly blocked from the National Drama Festivals this year, and they're going to be granted freedom to perform next year. However, with some criticizing the First Lady's silence on the issue, and President Ruto defending his stance against the play, claiming it aimed at corrupting children's minds, the youth, however, feel that the children are doing a very good job in trying to raise political awareness and fighting for our rights. It is also a bit concerning that it's going to raise political violence in 2027. Here's Stephen Leto with more reports.
On to the international news. Egypt has opened a new international airport on a one-month trial basis to service the city, which will become the country's new capital from mid-2020. The Capital International Airport is located some 70 kilometers, which is 44 miles to the east of Cairo, and intended to relieve pressure on Cairo International Airport. A third airport near the Giza Pyramids, west of Cairo, the Sphinx International Airport, is also to be opened in January. Your tweets coming in at K467 TV. I will be right back after this short commercial break.
Looking for a university that builds both your mind and your character? At Daystar University, we don't just teach, we prepare you for the real world. Whether you're studying media, law, nursing or IT, Daystar gives you a hands-on experience, strong values and a vibrant campus life.
We kick things off with business news, where the Nairobi Security Exchange investors have experienced losses, losing about 74.3 billion Kenya shillings in a week due to fears of a global trade war and recession triggered by the US tariffs. However, the NSE and the Kenya shilling showed signs of rebound following a pause in Trump tariffs. Here's Yvonne Okwara with more reports.
On to sports. Arsenal secured a commanding 3-0 victory over Real Madrid in the first leg of the UEFA Champions League quarterfinals. Midfielder Declan Rice was the standout performer, netting 2 stunning free kicks, while Mikel Arteta has been hailed by former Chelsea player Tony Cascarino as potentially surpassing Arsenal's claimed invincible season, marking a significant milestone in the club's European campaign.
A very good morning to you. It is 43 minutes past the hour and welcome to the show today. My name is Peter Mwambura and the topic we're to do today is mental health. Why does it matter? And does it matter? So with me here are 3 ladies and I'm going to give them the opportunity to introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Lynette Saidimu, a student leader here in Daystar University.
Good morning, my name is Chelsea Rimo. I'm a therapist at the Nairobi Hospital.
Good morning, my name is Joanna Clement. I'm a student at Daystar.
It's a pleasure to have all of you here at the show this morning. So, Madam Chelsea, being a therapist at Nairobi Hospital, why do you think that mental health has become such a big factor to the youth today?
Over time, the youth have been suppressed because people think that young people don't have issues. But when you really come to think of it, they do have issues like self-esteem issues, identity issues, and like academic issues like pressure from the lecturers, the parents, and like they tend to suppress it thinking that they have it all together, but eventually it just ends up to be a whole other thing that they can't deal with.
That's an interesting research you have come across as therapists. On to you, Madam Lynette Saidimu, yes. Madam President, student leader at Daystar University. It's a pleasure having you at the show today.
Exactly, yeah.
So being a student leader, to begin with, how has your experience been?
So far, it has not been well, but I thank God for everything.
Kwa nini unahisi ni kama it has not been well?
Okay. Si kuna challenges, ya zingine ziko poa, zingine ziko mzuri, but regardless, see we move on. Yeah, it's life.
Okay, as a student leader, and we're discussing mental health today, I want to believe that the Daystarians are experiencing mental health issues, and all of them are dealing with it na vile wanajua. Yeah. So you as the student leader, how do you feel when you see your comrades going through such issues? Ama wewe kama student leader, unaonaje mambo ya mental health na your fellow comrades?
It's not fair enough because, you know, they wanna undergo a lot of things. Like coming to school, it's a bit, it may cause commotion, you know, and then concentration in school very low, and then sometimes the students, they withdraw themselves from friends, from family, and then the student also wanna gain risky behavior because of their mental health, because it's not well. And then I guess student wadesta, I guess they have wanakuwa na low self-esteem to themselves, you know. Yeah.
Wow, that's quite wide, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you, Sana.
Yeah.
Lona, welcome to the show once again. Briefly explain to us how your journey has been battling mental health.
It hasn't been that simple, because I'm a person like I have low self-esteem. Then add the anxiety to it becomes really tough, whereby I feel like everywhere I go to I'll get judged and stuff like that. Yeah, so I mean like try to keep to myself.
So over time, have you come up with a support system that helps you battle this mental health?
Yeah, I joined the WhatsApp group of mental health from the leader Lynette. Yeah, and
Wow,
she's really
wow,
helpful
that's
in
interesting.
evidence.
Wow, that's quite interesting. For how long have you been in the group?
Like 6 months.
Wow, 6 months.
Yes.
I can tell that there's been a big difference.
Yeah,
So personally, how do you feel you've changed from that time span?
I've gained more confidence. The social anxiety, I no longer let the anxiety like get to me. I'll be like I am my own self. So yeah.
And have you been able to like make new friends and get new experiences?
Oh yeah, I've made new friends, stuff like that.
Wow. Wow, credit to you, Madam Lynette again.
Yeah, period.
We see you're doing a good work after this now.
Yeah.
So she has mentioned about the group. So briefly explain to us, group ulianzishaje, with maybe which committee, like what's the function of this group? Yeah.
Okay, like I would like mainly first to thank my team because they are the one who came with this idea of, okay, there's a student, they're going through a lot, see we under the group.
Yeah.
And then like about 6 months ago, yeah, we hit that group. We have been always meeting like on Fridays.
Wow.
Like from 7 to 7:30 or
Wow.
from 8 to 8:30. We encourage others that mental health is just an issue that we can cope up with. And then also we have neuro counseling.
Wow.
You know, yeah, we have the neuro counseling.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, so we have the people who come to advise the student that they are going through. Yeah.
Wow, that's really inspiring.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job with that Daystar, I see. Madam Chelsea, they are really putting out the fact that mental health is indeed a big issue. And we can see that this guidance and counseling concept and therapy is really coming into play. So as a therapist, and I believe over the years you have been able to meet with various clients and you've learned a lot. What will you say are the major reasons why the youth in particular should involve themselves in therapy?
Because they're trying to deal with their issues in different ways, like drug use, self-harm, and that it's not a solution, it's a temporary solution for a permanent problem.
Yeah.
So like they really need to just decide that they have to take therapy, and they should stop thinking that therapy is for only white people, because there's that narrative.
Yeah.
But therapy is for everyone. And like when you open yourself up to therapy, you're going to heal more and just be a better person. And also to Lorna, she was experiencing self-esteem issues and whatever. What I would tell her is, you sit down, if you're in a class, you ask yourself, watafanya nini? Wanaweza nichapa? Hapana. Go for it. You know? Plus, this is your life. There is so much more you can achieve if you get out from your comfort zone. So I would advise you, you're doing a very good job, so you continue to do that and you ace everything you're doing.
Thank you so much, Madam Chelsea. Congratulations to you, Lorna, once again, because I'd want to believe youth coming out to say that indeed I know I have a mental health issue and I'd want to involve myself with people who will help me out to become a better person, that takes courage. And I give you credit for that. Thank you so much. So, Madam Saidimu,
Yes.
what will you recommend for fellow comrades? Because najua si wote watataka kujoin program. Kuna yenye watafeel ni kama when they open up, hizi siri zao zitaenda ziambiwe kwa watu wengine, they hear it from other people. So what will you convince your fellow comrades that enyewe the manifesto you've had na yenye unaendeleza, it's legit and inasaidia comrades uko Daystar?
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to say that, okay, the platform is a very good thing. Okay, like we are not allowed to say people's secret out there. So we just come, we advise, and then it stay there with you and with us. Yeah, it's a total secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd want to believe juu unakari hii responsibility ya ensure mental health is really taken care of in the right way at Daystar. Person, you're also human, right?
Yeah.
And you also go through your own issues. So how do you deal with your own issues?
Okay, I just give myself confidence. Yeah, as a student.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I make myself that I say I can make it in this life. Yeah.
Wow, that's really inspiring.
Yeah.
So, Madam Chelsea, what will be your parting shot in this program today?
What I would like to say is, even alone the therapy and everything, something that is most important is God, because He's your creator. He knows your faults, He knows where you're going wrong.
Yeah.
So you ask Him for help and ask Him to help you with a mental health issue.
Yeah.
And also to you have to put yourself out there and put on effort to yourself, because there's no one like you in this whole world.
Yeah.
That's why God decided that you are you, and so you have to be the best that you can in this world. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Oh, that's really inspiring. That we should put God first, and then we should also have the courage to open up.
Yeah.
That's really, really inspiring. And you know, there's been this form of stereotyping where people think that, okay, because therapy is too expensive, and you've mentioned it's a white people concept. What will you tell the viewers today that probably about therapy? Is it expensive? Is it affordable?
Okay, of course there are expensive therapy, but churches these days have done a great job. There's counseling. You can go talk to your preacher, whatever there is, and also for school, like whatever the net is doing. So us as the therapy community, we are trying to make it easier and more manageable and more like even approachable for students. So yeah, it's expensive, but if you have the money, why not? It's your mental health and it matters. If you don't, you can opt for the net, go to church. Yeah.
And I'd also
and pray.
Yeah.
Pray. Yeah.
I'd also like to add the point that maybe it reaches a point where money does not really matter. What matters is your mental health. Yeah. Lona, what will be your parting shot to maybe even your fellow comrades or even other people out there in the society? Because they're viewing you right now and maybe they feel like, hey, you may inspire Mazi. You make me feel like I want to go through therapy, become a better person. So what will you advise the viewers today?
Not much, but I would say, okay, according to like the low self-esteem thing, I feel it's something that just plays in your mind. Yeah, I'll be like, oh my God, I'm so like, I have language barrier issues. What if people come and laugh at me if I speak this language? Yeah, when other people, they don't care about it. Like, you find the fault within yourself, but other people don't view it as that. Yeah. So, low self-esteem is just in your head.
Thank you so much. Madam President, your parting shot. Yeah. Utapenda kuambia nini your fellow comrades?
Okay, I would like to tell them they are welcome to my platform. Yeah, and then we pray.
Do you probably have like any social media platforms that maybe they can after this just go and look it up, alafu,
Okay, there's always a link that is always there that we always send.
Ah.
Yeah, so that they can join.
Wow.
Yeah, at that very time.
Wow. It's really inspiring to see what Daystar is doing, and I know Nairobi Hospital just being at the opposite side, yeah, it's building a very impactful society. It's really inspiring. Well, there you have it, folks. You heard from the ladies concerning mental health, and it has been a pleasure. It has been a pleasure kuona hapo sana. So keep tweeting. Social media handles ziko hapo chini at Peter Mwambura. Alafu see you next time. Same time, same place. Kwaherini.
Adios.
Stay connected wherever you are. Safaricom bundles give you the freedom to learn, stream, and share.
Good afternoon and welcome to Gossip Corner. My name is Peter Mwambura, and today we are here at Daystar University, and we're going to discuss about relationships, how social media has affected relationships, and how far we go with our close friendships. With me here are two guests, and I'm going to give them an opportunity to introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Wendy Chalo. I'm a fourth-year student at Daystar University.
My name is Frank Zombo. I'm a fourth-year student at Daystar University.
So on to question one. We'll start with you, Frank. Do you think social media helps or hurts student relationships?
I think it hurts. Let me say like peer pressure. Right now here like online, a lot of peer pressure. An example maybe naweza kuwa na girlfriend wangu tuko tu na maisha ya kawaida, but akiingia pale maybe IG, Instagram, let's say TikTok or whatever, kiona maybe a relationship ya best yake iko like financially better than ours, like eventually atakuwa na ile expectations like mbona mimi siwezi mweka hiyo life like her friend anaishi. You see, so inamfanya kuna a lot of expectations, so ina ruin relationship, inaweza fanya tusikuwe in good terms, unaona vitu kama hizo like to break, unaona. So na pia itafanya mimi nifikirie since dem yangu anataka hivi sina, so itafanya nifikirie to think outside the box, maybe hata design crimes, unaona, kwa bagu kutoka hizo. So nitafikiria vitu kama at the end of the day pia nitaishia kwenda wapi, kwenda jail. So I think basically naona ni kama hiyo.
Thank you. How about you?
I think it has both impacts. It can either harm or actually help the relationship, because first of all, like when you go to TikTok, you can find ways to improve your relationship. There are advisors, there are therapists who can actually help your relationship move forward. But then like what Frank said is like it can also harm, because like when you see mi chali yangu ana pesa, why should I have someone who doesn't have money? That will first of all spoil your relationship. Second of all, I think also it can harm because first of all you're looking at other people who are successful, like what Frank said, and you see this can't work out. Secondly, you feel your relationship is not moving forward because maybe your boyfriend doesn't post you. You feel like because other people's boyfriends are posting their girlfriends, why not you? You know, that can also cause some insecurity issues, trust issues. You think your boyfriend is cheating, yet he's not. He just wants to protect your relationship from, you know, people who threaten your relationship in short.
Okay, so on to question two. Do you think having a best friend of the opposite gender is healthy na uko kwa relationship?
It's healthy, why not? It's healthy as long as my boyfriend, if he has a girl best friend, as long as that girl knows how to maintain boundaries, tuko sawa. But ajui to maintain boundaries anamshikashika. Who are you? Who are you touching my man like that? Why are you touching my man? So I think it has effects both ways. So I don't think there's an issue, but I think that lady should have boundaries. Yeah.
How about you, Frank? Who unaonaje man?
Uongo. Uongo. Hi. An example, my girl and Charlie best friend. And doesn't work.
Yeah.
And they work. If it's me, it's me. It's me only. Like me, basically, mimi ndo nafaa kwa best friend. Unajua, most likely nowadays relationship has worse because hakuna hiyo foundation. Sawa, foundation inaanzia wapi? Like we have to be friends. Unaona? Like ukitoa love, si lazima tukue. Tukisha kuwa friends, love it. So like watu wa kitambo zilikuwa zinaweza kupata mtu wa kitambo ati kuna dem akuna a male best friend, akuna best friend wake lazima kucha. Unaona? Unajua sababu gani? Wao wanaanza kwanza kujuana from the scratch, foundation inakuwa built there. Tunaanza kuwa friends, like we get along, tuna hang out, like kama kuna shida yote mimi ndo nakwambia kwanza kusaidia ukiwa na anything. So just imagine demu yako amepata shida but mtu wa kwanza kumwambia ni best friend wake. Does it make sense?
But wacha nikuulize kwanza Frank. My question is, wewe unafikiria vitu za kitambo. Right now we are not in the 18th century, we're in the 21st. Hizo ni stories za kitambo. Right now you can even become best friends with someone called Tiffany. Is that a problem? As long as you guys maintain that boundary. What is the problem of you having a best friend who's a girl or your girlfriend having a best friend who's a boy? Is that an issue?
It is. Let me tell you now, for us men, I would like sisi na tunaga boyfriend. Men of this generation, trust you me, atunaga boyfriend na madem. Unaona? Like unajua madem anaweza expect when ni best friend wake. Kumbe mimi kwa akili yangu nafikiria ni vile tu sijui nitakwambia aje. Unaona? But this generation
but then there are people who are best friends. You know, like for example, I'm best friends with someone who's very stupid called Emmanuel, but there's nothing wrong with that as long as you know where your friendship lies. See, mambo na you're just thinking something sexual kila wakati. You can just be friends for the sake of being friends.
Not in 21st century.
Nakupata sana, nakupata. Well, there you have it. We had it from Wendy and Frank. That's it from us. Stay tuned. Good afternoon, and we're here at Daystar. So today I'm here with
Wendy
and
Marion.
So Wendy and Marion, the question of today is, does social media help or hurt student relationships?
I think it hurts because basically, especially in romantic relationships, students usually even post on social media, so you find people saying negative things, and that causes mistrust, insecurity issues and all that. So and also social media sometimes does not hurt because students may learn a lot from that, especially on how to build healthier relationships in general. Yeah, that's what I think.
How about you?
I think it's both. Because I'd say I do agree with her. At times it does hurt, and other times it doesn't. But it's basically what you consume. I'd say it down to the person of what they consume. Are they consuming the negative thing or the positive thing? And at the end of the day, it's up to you to decide what you're going to do with the information you collect around, because we can't fully say it's negative or positive. It's both.
Thank you. Well, that's all from the newsroom today. Keep tweeting at K467 TV. We've been your hosts, Peter Mambura,
Serena Dukan.